Hi, I'm Julie King. I'm a registered patent attorney, and I also handle all things intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, copyright, trade secrets, and proprietary information. I also do business formation and transactions. I put together this mini course to give you information about common trademark scams and how to avoid them. At some point, most businesses are targeted by trademark scams, whether they've applied for trademark registration or not. Let's get started. This presentation is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as legal advice and does not create an attorney-client relationship. If you are not 100% certain something you've received is a scam, please consult with an experienced trademark attorney who is tech savvy. Even some trademark lawyers who are very new or who aren't tech savvy have been fooled. Whether you've already registered your trademarks, are in the process of doing so, or still need to do it, you will almost certainly at some point be targeted for a trademark scam. Most business owners don't know much about trademarks, trademark applications, or trademark law. Many business owners use online services that don't offer the kind of support where you can email or call them and ask them if something you got in the email or the mail is a scam. It's also easy to put together an official-looking letter or email, spoof email addresses and phone numbers, and create websites that look legitimate. All those things make it easy for scammers to take advantage of business owners. What's the point of these scams? Trademark scams, like any scam, are designed to take your money and run, take your money and give you a nearly useless service in return, or steal your sensitive information. If you want to apply to register a trademark, it's unfortunately very easy to find a scammer or a low-value online company to quote-unquote help you. If you're interested in using an online vendor service to assist you with filing a trademark application, you can do some quick research to see if the vendor is on a known offender list. You can search these two pages on the website of the United States Patent and Trademark Office, also known as the USPTO. If the vendor name appears on either of those lists, steer clear. You should also check online reviews and websites where customers lodge public complaints. Do the good reviews seem too good to be true? Do the bad reviews and complaints seem vindictive or genuine? Do the reviews talk about results or the filing process? Results are what really matter. Are the complaints reasonable or from people who are having mental health issues? Finally, does the vendor stand behind their services? What do the terms of service say? What happens if they help you file a terrible application that is so bad it has to be scrapped and you have to start over? What happens if you get a refusal? Will they help you with that? I recommend using a lawyer rather than an online service or doing DIY, if you can afford to do so, simply because the advice regarding strategy is worth it. That's if you hire a qualified trademark attorney, though. Hiring an unqualified attorney can be bad too. Hiring someone pretending to be an attorney can even get your application rejected for fraud. That's happening to a few thousand applicants right now. Unfortunately, there is no trademark bar exam like there is a patent bar exam for patent attorneys. That means there is also no USPTO registry of trademark attorneys who have met minimum qualifications. You can, however, take steps to verify an attorney's identity, qualifications, and reputation. Check their firm's name on the USPTO sites listed on the previous slide. Google the attorney to see what comes up. Plenty of information verifying they are an attorney who regularly practices trademark law and are who they say they are should come up. Check their firm's website. Are they listed there as an attorney? Is there any indication that they regularly practice trademark law? Check the Google, Facebook, etc. reviews. You can also check with the State Bar disciplinary system to see if they are a registered attorney and to see if they have a history of valid complaints or ethical violations. Using a bad service can cause you to have problems with your application that a qualified attorney could have helped you avoid. Sometimes using a lousy service can cause problems so bad your application will be rejected and you won't be able to fix the problems even with the help of an attorney, so you'll have to start all over, meaning your time and money were wasted. If you hire an unqualified attorney, you can have those same problems. But if you hire someone who isn't a lawyer and is pretending to be one, your application can be tossed for fraud. This has happened to thousands of applicants recently, as some nefarious people have stolen the identities of actual attorneys and been passing themselves off as them. There are ways to avoid these issues. Some sites are just rife with scammers. Other sites have wording that indicates they are worth avoiding. If anyone promises they can get your application approved no matter what, run. No competent attorney or online service would ever say that. Some sites may offer to refund your money. Tread carefully, that's a yellow flag. You don't have to pay for a direct hit search, which is what most online sites offer. Direct hit searching is something you can do for free on the USPTO website. It's the nuanced, comprehensive searching for results that look or sound similar, have similar meaning, etc., looking at non-registered use on the internet, including social media, and knowing which results are worth being concerned about that is worth paying for. Most online sites do not offer this service. The bottom line is you get what you pay for. You're not going to get expert advice cheaply any more than you're going to get Nordstrom service at Walmart. For example, some sites will sell you a cease and desist letter template for a $35 add-on fee, but how good would you expect that to be when attorneys who do issue those regularly charge anywhere from several hundred to several $1,000s for one cease and desist letter? When you hire an electrician, do you hire one without checking whether they're qualified, have good reviews, are insured, etc., and instead go with the cheapest one you can find? I bet you don't. Why would you treat the protection of your business name, logo, slogans, etc. with any less care? Scam emails are a favorite tool of trademark scammers. There's an email going around that looks very serious and like it's from a legitimate trademark registration service. It even looks like it comes from an attorney. I've included screenshots of the email with my client's information redacted. This email says their service has received a trademark application for a mark identical to your business name or logo, and that if you want to protect your business, you should contact them within 2 days to register your mark. This sounds scary and official, right? It's a total hoax. The attorney isn't even real. If this was real, the attorney would be violating many ethics rules by contacting you to solicit your business. This is just one example of many similar email scams that make the rounds all the time. The USPTO does what it can to stop them, but new ones pop up constantly. If you do get an email like this, report it to the USPTO at tmscams@uspto.gov. Scams arrive by snail mail as well in the form of letters that can look very official. Here are just a few recent ones. These are taken from the USPTO's website page that lists mailing scams they're aware of. If you get a letter like this you aren't sure about, check out the page listed on this slide. Other common scams include someone else changing the correspondence email for your application so a brand registry code can be sent to them and they can take over your trademark on the brand registry. A marketing company you hired insisting you have to use their registration services or their attorney. Phone calls claiming to be from the USPTO to trick you into providing personal information, sending money, or giving them a way to take over your application. Or some entity you don't know telling you there are problems with your application and you should let them handle it or pay them to fix it. If you get an email or letter like these, report it to the USPTO at tmscams@uspto.gov. If you used an online service and were ripped off, or if you find out the quote-unquote attorney you used wasn't real, you can report that to that address as well. You can also use that email to report any other kind of suspected scam. If you're not sure about whether an email, letter, or phone call you received is a scam, you can also just call the USPTO Trademark Assistance Center at 1-800-786-9199, option 1. Keeping a suspicious eye out for trademark scams means you'll be far less likely to get taken in by one. Here are a few more ways to do that. Check email addresses. If it doesn't end in @uspto.gov, it's a scam. If you get a phone call that makes you suspicious, hang up and call the USPTO directly at a number on their website. If you filed yourself, set up an alert in your My USPTO account to get notified of any new filings or changes regarding your application. Call or email a trademark attorney. Many will be happy to take a quick look to see if there's a scam. Trust your gut. If something seems off, it probably is. If you've filed an application only to find out you've been scammed, you need to take action. Seek legal advice from a reputable trademark attorney immediately. If the USPTO finds out there was fraudulent activity with your application before you do, your application will be put on administrative hold pending their review of the situation. It will likely be thrown out and you'll have to start over again. A reputable trademark attorney can help you figure out what to do and what not to do. You may need to contact your financial institution to dispute charges. You may also need to freeze your credit report and monitor your reports. You may also need to file a police report and/or file a report or complaint with the FTC, FBI, State Attorney General, Postal Service, or other government agencies. You can file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. An attorney can help you sort out what all you'll need to do. We've gone over the most common types of trademark scams, like fake emails and letters, spoofed phone calls, and sketchy online services. We've looked at the ways you can investigate whether something is a scam and get in touch with the USPTO to report a scam or ask them whether something is a scam. We've also taken a quick look at what you may need to do if you've been scammed. You are now trademark scam savvy. That's going to help you a great deal when it comes to protecting your trademarks and your business. I hope you found this quick course helpful. It's my mission to educate business owners about all kinds of intellectual property, help them discover all their intellectual property, and make sure it's all protected in a way that suits them best. I also enjoy business matchmaking, so I love to network. You can contact me at julie@kingpatentlaw.com, through LinkedIn, social media, Hilltop Fire Signals, etc. to set up a meeting, whether it's to handle an intellectual property issue or to connect as business owners interested in supporting each other. Thank you so much.